Morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, the higher trade from yesterday continued overnight. We've got soybeans up about 28 cents. Nearby May soybean oil is up to daily limit. At one time overnight, May corn was also up the expanded limit, but has backed off a little bit from the highs. And wheat's anywhere from 19 to 29 cents higher. I think we continue to see shorts getting out of the market because of the technical actions, margin calls, things of that nature. We do think that the U.S. May, June, and July weather forecast could be drier and warmer than normal. They've taken some of the rains out of the northern plains that were supposed to happen over the next 7 days. And much of the rain over the next 7 days will be in the eastern part of the southern plains, Missouri, southern Illinois, and southern Indiana, areas that are already wet. And so the concern is that we haven't traded yet the possibility of a drier U.S. Summer, parts of the western Midwest, the southern plains, the northern plains, and Canada. We also note that 17% of the corn is planted versus 20 average, Illinois 23 versus 28, Iowa 20 versus 22, 8% of the soybeans is planted versus 5 average, Illinois 18 versus 6, and Arkansas 26 versus 21. USDA lowered the winter wheat crop ratings to 49% good to excellent versus 53 last week, and 28% of the spring wheat is planted versus 19 average. We also note that Brazil is still dry. People are talking about lower corn crop there. Maybe as much as 400 million bushels less exports out of Brazil than what the USDA is saying, and that could come to the United States and lower our carryout. We also note that Ukraine plantings are for corn is 3 weeks behind normal because of cool conditions. It's also, let's call it cool and mostly dry across Europe. You've got the Matif corn futures making new highs, the Matif May wheat futures making new highs, and the open interest continues not to decline as we get close to expiration. Stats Canada will be out today with their acreage intentions. Most people look for a switch from wheat to canola. And we also note that we'll be watching pretty closely the African swine fever in China and see if that impacts their bean imports. There was talk that China was looking around for U.S. new crop corn. I still believe that China will take the same amount of beans next year as they did this past year from the U.S., and they'll take more corn from the U.S. next year than this year. That means that China is the biggest short in the corn and soybean market, and it offers support especially in November beans and December corn. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day, and remember, always treat people like you yourself would like to be treated.